What is good, YouTube? Quinn Way coming to y'all with an analysis breakdown on Joe Johnson. This is a great scorer. ISO Joe is his nickname. You can see he can isolate at the 3-point line at the top of the key or in the corner. He has good handle, good IQ, very patient with his dribbles and how he attacks the defense. Very surveying type of approach. The guy can get hot. He can shoot from the top of the key. He can shoot from anywhere on the court, on or off the ball, and he knows how to create space. He knows how to keep the defender guessing, and that's something that really brought out the best of his game. Knowing how to use his dribble, knowing when not to dribble, knowing when to pull up, knowing when to handle the ball to get to the mid range, knowing when to call screens, knowing when to go right at guys, whether you get to the paint and make a layup, or even if you hit his signature floater game where he'll beat you off the dribble, keep you behind him, and make a floater so the center can't contest the shot. And even if they wanted to, the ball will already leave his hands, and it'll be just a goaltend at that point, which is a score basket. Just a highly intellectual guy, and he was just fun to watch, navigating the defense. And you just see him just using one dribble, two dribble, three dribbles, and already get into his sweet spots each and every time he has the ball. Just made him a dominant scorer in the NBA. A 7-time All-Star. He did make an All-NBA third team, and it's just because he had the consistency of knowing what he wanted to do and never taking advantage of something he didn't want to do. And he always got to his spots, and he always used his moves, and you just didn't know how to speed him up. You didn't know how to slow him down. You didn't know what to expect, and that just kept the defense at his heels, and he just took advantage of it. The mid-range was just fantastic. Being able to hit a fadeaway, being able to hit a pull-up. He can do it from the three-point shot, but he can also do pull-ups from the mid-range. Whether he's coming off a screen, whether if he's staying on the ball, it's just something that you just knew, could hurt you. And one thing about the shooting guard position is the mismatch. Can you score on point guards? Can you score on smaller guards when their body ain't as developed? Can you score on switchable guards? And he was a guy that was a big shooting guard slash small forward, and he'd take his time, bump you, knock you around, get you off your balance, clear a little separation or a little space, and then he'll knock down that signature fadeaway that most people that shooting guards can make that starters, and he made it at an efficient level. And then the pull-up game is there. If you're smaller or you're slower or you're too focused on him driving or trying to get to that floater, he'll just pull up with the mid-range jump shot, and that will hurt you a lot. But he also was a facilitator. He can facilitate outside of the post, mid post, high post, and he'll get off the ball quick. He can come off screens and find guys in the corner for threes, and those are high percentage shots because he's technically breaking down the defense, and realistically he's making the right pass because you ain't going to score. Just be a playmaker in those situations. And these guys got easy shots just because he knew how to read the defense and he knew how to be patient. And sometimes he looked to score, and sometimes he just looked flat out just to pass when he got the ball. And that's just good high IQ, smart, fun basketball, and that just gets guys ready to go. But when you look at his career, he was a guy that can score in any type of situation, and he was a guy that wasn't known as the greatest athlete, but he got it done. And he reminds me of a lot of these guards that's going to have to figure out, do you want to be the number two, number three type of guy? Joe Johnson just came out there and competed. He just came out there and did what he was supposed to do, and that's why a lot of teammates liked him. That's why they call him a legend, just because the guy just understood the game, knew how to play the game, and that's all he really needed to do. And his scoring and his playmaking just complement each other, and then it just becomes a compliment to his teammates, making their jobs a lot easier. And it's just fun to see, a guy just, you just don't know where he's going to shoot from, where he's going to pass from, how he's going to attack the defense. It's just fun to watch, and it just shakes you a little bit knowing that the defender has to defend that each and every time, every possession. And then when you add the screens, giving him the ability to compensate what he lacks in speed and quickness by giving him the first step, putting the defender behind him or putting the defender aside of him, being able to bump him a little bit, control what he wants to do a little bit more, and then he can, put them in, a pick your poison situation, which non-athletes ain't supposed to have. But with his patience and his handle and his ability to shoot, from everywhere on the court, it just made him a tough cover for everybody. And, he had the longevity, he had the ability to show that he can, take teams to where they needed to go and what they required him to do, and just was overall one of the funnest players to watch growing up. for a lot of people of this generation. Other than that, comment, like, subscribe, and share. Hit the notification bell for more analysis, more breakdowns, more coverage of the NBA all season long, all summer long, all fall long, all winter long, and just having fun with the game of basketball. But other than that, hope you guys are too, and I'm gone.